Hello NBA fans, every day we have news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan and I'm counting on you to subscribe to the channel and leave your. It will be very difficult for the Lakers to retain Austin Reaves in 2016, as the player wants a star salary, he really deserves more, and the Lakers will have to trade him, as they risk losing him without any gains, as Austin Reaves will be a free agent. And to pair with Luka Doncic, the Lakers want to bring in a star, and the idea is to trade Reaves for a high-level player. Austin Reaves is one of the Los Angeles Lakers' most important assets, and they're considering a trade this offseason. The 27-year-old point guard's strong performance has caught the attention of other teams, one of which is the San Antonio Spurs. A trade for Devin Vassell and a first-round pick would be a good deal. Losing Austin Reaves isn't pleasing to fans, but seeing him leave for free would be worse. The Los Angeles Lakers could have a lot of cap space open at the end of the season if LeBron James decided to opt out of his deal. It doesn't seem like he's very happy with Los Angeles right now. If that does happen, they might be able to afford to keep Austin Reaves. He will be a free agent at the end of the 2026-27 season, and he's due for a massive raise based on how he's played. Despite that, there is a good chance that Reaves decides to leave the Lakers for a bigger raise from another team. The Los Angeles Lakers might lose Austin Reaves after next season. Michael Pena of The Ringer believes that Reaves might not be on the Lakers after next season. Austin Reaves is playing for a new contract and will either be too expensive or too shaky on defense to make sense beyond this season, wrote Pena. If Reaves gives the Lakers an indication that he is not going to re-sign with Los Angeles, the Lakers would likely try to move him to make sure that he doesn't leave for nothing. For the Lakers, Reaves could be the most valuable trade asset that the team has. He is a dynamic offensive player, even if he isn't the best perimeter defender. Reaves' value comes from pouring it in on the offensive end of the court. He can score on all three levels, and he has developed the playmaking aspect of his game. The Los Angeles Lakers would be smart to move on from Austin Reaves after next year. Once his contract is up, Reaves would be able to get a bigger raise from a team outside of Los Angeles. That's why it would be a surprise if he decided to re-sign in LA. Reaves does like the Lakers, and he likes the roster that has been built. That might be more important than the amount of money that he can make on the free market. This past season, Reaves set career highs in most categories. Reaves averaged 20.2 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 5.8 assists per game. He shot 46% from the field and 37.7% from beyond the three-point arc. Luka Doncic set to practice with Slovenia on Monday. Lakers fans can exhale. Luka Doncic is okay after suffering a knee contusion while playing with Slovenia and will practice with the team on Monday. Luka Doncic suffered a knee contusion while playing with Slovenia in a friendly contest against Latvia. In his 2 quarters of play, Luka was magnificent. He scored 26 points, had 5 assists and 4 rebounds. The injury ended his night early and had Lakers fans all around the world concerned about the health of their young star. Luckily, the situation doesn't seem to be serious. This has been further confirmed with Slovenia stating that Luka would practice with the team on Monday via a social media post. They have another exhibition game coming up against Great Britain on Tuesday. Doncic's availability will be crucial if Slovenia is to make a run during their Eurobasket play. He is one of the best players on the planet and clearly the driving force for the team. Still, health is needed and Luka has to proceed with caution. Slovenia has a couple of exhibition matches left before they begin the tournament, so he'll have time to test out his knee in practice and potentially in one of the upcoming friendlies. The reality is that any time a player participates in a competitive basketball game, there is a risk for injury. So, while the thought that Luka might get hurt playing in non-Lakers games is an unsettling one, fans will have to get used to it. Luka plays in virtually every Slovenia game that doesn't conflict with his NBA duties, and that trend continues now that he is wearing a purple and gold uniform. Hopefully, this is the last injury Luka suffers this summer and it continues to be an insignificant one. While Luka will practice with Slovenia, they have not stated if he will play against Great Britain. We'll have to wait and see if he is available for that game, or if they opt to give him some additional rest and have him ready for the following matchup against Serbia on Thursday. If Luka does miss any of these games, there's no need for concern. Having him play in every exhibition would be excessive. Even when he was 100% healthy, he missed Slovenia's game against Lithuania. Lakers' Luka Doncic facing more pressure than anyone else in NBA, claims insider. The Los Angeles Lakers have locked up Luka Doncic for the long term, signing him to a 3-year extension. Now, he is officially the face of the franchise. Doncic is one of the best players in the NBA, and now he has spent an entire offseason with the Lakers. He has also been getting into the best shape of their life. Despite the positive things that have happened for Doncic this offseason, one insider believes that he will be under a ton of pressure heading into next season. More news, Lakers news. NBA insider weighs in on Rui Hachimura's long-term future in LA. Lakers guard Luka Doncic might have the most pressure of anyone in the NBA according to Michael Pina. Doncic has an enormous amount of pressure heading into next year. The pressure on Doncic is unlike what anyone else in the league is facing. Players with his potential can't afford to spend 2 straight years in competitive irrelevance. The historical stakes are too high, especially now that he's the central focus of a storied organization that's awkwardly pivoting from one future first-ballot Hall of Famer to the next. The Lakers were the 3rd seed in the Western Conference last season, and they think they can be even better. They were bounced in the first round of the playoffs, losing to Minnesota. Doncic's poor defense was a large talking point this summer. That's part of the reason why he was forced to get into better shape this offseason. That way, he can at least keep guys in front of him. More news, Lakers almost traded Kobe Bryant to major West rival in 2007, says owner Luka Doncic needs live up to the Lakers' expectations. Doncic is one of the best defensive players in the NBA. He can make a shot from everywhere on the court. His defense is going to be the question when the playoffs roll around. Can Doncic stay in shape for the entire season? Can he avoid getting hurt in the middle of the year as he did last year? These are questions that need to be answered. After he was traded to the Lakers, Doncic averaged 28.2 points, 8.1 rebounds, and 7.5 assists per game. He shot 43.9% from the field and 37.9% from beyond the three-point arc. Los Angeles Lakers were expected to be a title contender as they entered the playoffs last year. After finishing as the 3 seed, they looked like they had put it all together. After the Lakers got Luka Doncic in the trade with the Mavericks, their offense was fantastic and one of the best in the league. Defense ended up being the issue. Minnesota sliced up the Lakers' defense and took them down in just 5 games. Despite that performance, an NBA executive believes they will make a deep run next year. An NBA executive believes the Lakers will make a deep postseason run. According to Lakers Daily, one executive loves the Lakers' chances to make it deep in the playoffs. They were the 3rd seed last year and did that without a starting-level center. They definitely got better by adding Ayton and Smart. I can see them making the conference finals. You can never count out LeBron James. I don't care how old he is. He's still amazing offensively. And everyone keeps talking about how great Luka Doncic looks after his weight loss. He's probably hungry to win it all next season. Adding Ayton certainly helps the center spot be better, but he still has some issues of his own. There's a reason that the Trailblazers paid him to go away. Smart has not been healthy over the last few years, so if they get anything from him, it would be a bonus. Relying on those two to be huge pieces is a gamble. The Los Angeles Lakers can make a deep run if they stay healthy. Health will be the biggest issue for the Lakers next season. Doncic will be better now that he has had a full offseason in LA and he's in the best shape of his career. If LeBron James can hold off a major injury, they should be a good regular season team yet again. The new additions might make a big deal when it comes to the playoffs. Taking down the Oklahoma City Thunder is still going to be a tough task. They are by far the best team in the league. Rui Hachimura is playing for his future with the Lakers this season. Hachimura's performance in 2025-26 will go a long way toward determining his future in Los Angeles. Rui Hachimura has been an important part of the Los Angeles Lakers process for the last 2.5 seasons, since he arrived in Southern California back in January 2023. If he puts up another solid campaign in the upcoming season, there's a very real argument to be made that he deserves another multi-year deal to stay with the Lakers. I can't take credit for bringing up this topic of discussion, as The Athletic's Dan Woik first mentioned it in a recent article. But essentially, I'm here to echo his point of view and emphasize just how important the 2025-26 campaign might be for Hachimura. As Woik points out, Hachimura has been one of the Lakers' biggest front office wins of the last several years. He's been an extremely reliable marksman from three-point range, and his defensive contributions have been perhaps the biggest surprise. One more solid season from Hachimura could warrant an extension. The concerns that some fans have with bringing him back involve the potential financial restrictions that it could create. But I'd agree with Woik's suggestion that one more solid season from Hachimura could warrant re-signing him, even if it does end up tanking some of their cap flexibility down the line. The reason why I say that is twofold. Firstly, if Hachimura were to get an extension, I'd imagine LA would look to get him back on a deal in the range of 4 years and $80 million. That's just an approximation, but I would assume his average yearly pay would go up compared to what he's earning now, and he could very well get an additional year as well. In the grand scheme of things, that's not that bad of a blow for the Lakers' payroll to take. Hachimura is a proven rotation guy that thrives alongside Luka Doncic, which brings me to my second point. In the modern financial landscape in the NBA, you're going to have to pay some players more than you would like, so why not do it for the ones that are already proven to work in your system? It doesn't currently look as if Rui will earn an extension before the upcoming season begins. That reinforces our previous view of things, which is that the upcoming campaign will basically determine Hachimura's direction. Should he put up another efficient shooting season and remain a reliable defensive option, it would be hard to think the Lakers wouldn't find a way to extend him one way or another. Lakers made the steal of the offseason thanks to Luka Doncic. Luka helped the Lakers land Marcus Smart. The Los Angeles Lakers are set up for a lot of success next season thanks to the way they have been able to reshape the roster this summer. One big reason they were able to make forward-thinking moves was the work of Luka Doncic, who reportedly helped recruit Marcus Smart to Los Angeles. Doncic signed his 3-year extension with the franchise earlier this month, but he was working behind the scenes to help improve the team around him long before the news of his new contract broke. According to Yahoo Sports' Broderick Turner, Doncic made multiple calls to Smart ahead of the news that he would be joining the Lakers on a 2-year, $11 million deal. It's that kind of dedication to taking matters into his own hands that you want to see from your superstar player. We've already been seeing evidence that this is who Doncic is becoming in his new role with the Lakers, and this is just further evidence. Luka Doncic helped recruit Marcus Smart to the Los Angeles Lakers. Luka wasn't necessarily all that involved with the decision-making when he was a member of the Dallas Mavericks, but his approach is clearly changing, and for the better. Doncic and Smart already had a mutual respect for each other prior to Marcus signing on in LA, and that presumably made their initial conversations that much more fruitful. It was those phone calls that eventually led to Smart making the decision to join the Lakers. As such, the fanbase should be extremely thankful for Doncic's forward thinking in trying to improve the roster. Everyone knew that this Lakers team was going to be in big need of another strong point of attack defender. It was their biggest roster need following the departure of Dorian Finney-Smith, and Smart's defensive ingenuity should plug that hole perfectly. We can all understand the appeal of good players wanting to play with number 77, but it's another thing entirely when you talk about Luka Doncic actually going out and directly recruiting guys under his own power. That indicates a strong desire to win, and a fantastic overall direction for this Lakers team under the tutelage of its new franchise player. Lakers get encouraging Luka Doncic injury update. On Saturday, Luka Doncic suffered an injury during a Slovenian national team warm-up game against Latvia. Doncic is currently preparing for the 2025 FIBA Eurobasket tournament. The injury occurred when one of Doncic's teammates crashed into his legs. Doncic left the court of his own volition and was seen back on the bench shortly after. Nevertheless, Lakers fans could be forgiven for fearing the worst. After all, Rob Pelinka has spent this summer rebuilding the Lakers roster around Doncic. An injury during a warm-up game would have been a disaster. In a Sunday report on X from Mark Stein, it was confirmed that Doncic has avoided injury and is scheduled to practice with the Slovenian team on Monday. Luka Doncic is scheduled to be back at practice Monday, Slovenia's basketball federation has announced, with his official status still TBD for Tuesday's at Eurobasket warm-up game at home against Great Britain, Stein reported. Despite the scare, Doncic will undoubtedly continue to play a role for Slovenia throughout the upcoming tournament. He's one of the best players competing in the event and will likely have a significant role in marketing FIBA's European Championship to a wider audience, specifically those in North America. Of course, the best way for Doncic to do that is by remaining healthy and putting on a show whenever he steps onto the court. The hope will be that he comes through the tournament unscathed and heads back to Los Angeles ready to enjoy a dominant season with the Lakers. Doncic got lucky in avoiding a serious injury on Saturday. However, the benefits of competing in such a high-level tournament likely outweigh the risks. Doncic and multiple other elite European talents will likely hit the ground running when the new season starts, and that can only be a good thing for the NBA and its early season product.